I did not approve my likeness for this. However, I did have goosebumps doing this segment, so I understand
You
the concept
you
of
ain't pointing at
this.
goosebumps. You're pointing at cholesterol.
You know what? Fuck you, Betty. Fuck you.
You know
And
what? This
Betty?
actually looks like Slim Eric, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know
know
what,
why.
Betty?
This looks slimmer.
Because you want to bring in cholesterol, fuck the dog too. I did that. I did that.
Fuck your cat.
Hey. You guys need to keep the peace, okay?
Welcome
keep
everybody
the
to the
peace, because
Sharpshooters
I'm going to
Wrestling.
start tears on both your asses if y'all keep fucking around with these cats and dogs.
Welcome everybody
Whatever,
to the
man.
Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. I am Eric.
I'm Lord Manny Hayes, and he's over there, a guy with no horse trophy.
He has no horse trophy. He has no horse to ride it on.
Why would you attack me? What did I do?
You
You know what? I didn't make it personal. I didn't make it personal with anybody.
You lost your saddle and your steed. I have a bone to pick with both of you guys. And it comes
Not even a
down-
hello, welcome to the show.
We
Yeah.
did that already.
I didn't even say my name. Manny just said some guy with no horse trophy, and I didn't even get to introduce myself.
Yeah,
I guess
you
that's-
knew
You know
who
what?
were. You knew
You know what? For the remainder of the show, I'm gonna shut the fuck up until I want to talk.
You know what, Betty? I want you to tell something. Keep my cat name out your mouth. Keep my cat name out your
I
mouth.
didn't say your cat name. I just said fuck your cat.
Yeah, but I have a bone to pick with you guys. I have a bone to pick with you guys in regards to your ESL rankings of the end of 2025. I felt like that you guys were besmirching the name of my boy Andrade because I feel like there is a worse person who does not know English in the game right now. And I agree, Stephanie may win. However, I do not think Andrade is in last place.
What do you mean?
He's not in last place.
Who's in love?
How? He's not, he is by far in last place. Did you hear him this week?
Takeshka is in last place.
Takeshka hasn't even entered our poll. Did we have he entered any TNA guys?
and
AEW guys in
Right,
there?
exactly. Takeshka is in there. The few times he spoke English have been awful, and they always converse into Japanese. Takeshka is below Andrade, and that's all I want to say.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I care.
Eric,
I need
Eric-
more evidence of Takeshka speaking.
Do a Google search.
This we get the awards at the end of 2025, but I tell you this now. Andrade ain't making the playoffs.
No, Manny. You don't understand something. I don't need him making the playoffs. I just know he's not the worst. And right now, Andrade is making moves on SmackDown. I don't know why I needed him.
Eric, I am giving a strike. I'm giving a strike already for Andrade just because of this. I'm giving a strike because he had an opportunity to say his best line when he went up to Garza or Humberto, not Garza. He went up to Humberto and said, "With your boss." He could have said that easily when Santos walked out that room.
My question for you guys though is that who did the whole about someone disrespecting you and with respect better? Did Cope did it when he forcefully shook Willer Yutta's hand and caused a lot of problems, or was it Andrade letting Gorilla know that's not respect what Santos is doing? Marcus, I'll go to you first since you didn't introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Marcus, the grand finale.
He has no horse.
And he has no horse trophy. You can see behind him. Look at those empty walls.
Motherfucker, no good motherfuckers. What was the question?
Who did a better job of trying to get respect for their person? Was it Andrade with,
Oh, it's
Gorilla?
Cope.
Cope with the
Cope.
first shake hand? He raped
Yeah,
his
no,
hand.
it wasn't just a shake hand, Eric. You know what? It was the equivalent of giving somebody a belief that you were going to let them win, and then telling you really did good. It's like playing a video game and giving them like, oh man, you did really good in this one. No, damn well you were phoning it in the whole time. This is bullshit. So Cope played that mind game perfectly. Really, you couldn't last 2 minutes with Cope. Just saying.
Eric, it wasn't. It's not just the mind game. It was the mind fuck of the abusive father that chased after Yuta afterwards. That was the ultimate mind fuck. It's like he really got to. He did it to go here. You push me to my limit. But really, the end goal was to piss off Mox.
Yeah, who's yanking him by the arm like he was in some nightclub.
The biggest issue I had with that whole segment is that I just don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care if he's all alone. Like, it doesn't matter to me. That it was just like, oh, this is cringe. But
Eric, you're going to the AEW Revolution tomorrow though. This is your main event, and you're telling me you do not care?
No, I don't.
We could be traffic if we don't want to watch that match.
No, I don't care about.
I don't think I've ever did that for a wrestling show in my life. We could beat the traffic. The main event's coming out.
As I was telling Shantae, we kind of know what's gonna happen. Is Cope is gonna win and Christian's gonna come out, and it's like that all starts over again. I just feel like for me,
I'm the only one calling that shot. You can't take that one for me.
No, I just think that
man with no horse.
That for me, AEW is just too old at the top. Like, you have all that young talent and stuff like that, and then you had you can't
say that because it's kind of the same in WWE. They are
they're very old as well.
Kind of the same.
I know
they're old as well. They're old as fuck in WWE.
Yeah, but at least they got stories behind it, give you some traction. Like this Mox and Cope story, it just don't put my butt in the seat. It really don't. I would say that the MJF Hangman storyline has a little traction, but it does feel a little rush. But speaking of traction, Jade did make her return, but apparently, according to a lot of reports, that she was brushing people the wrong way backstage, and her and Shayna maybe got into a little tussle or a little exchange of words. Manny, is Shayna right? Because she's the one that would get released, because even if Jade is a bitch, she still looks more intimidating and more of a marquee player than Shayna ever would be.
Eric, it's the audacity of Jade, who can just about tie her shoelaces, go out there and go, you need to sharpen up on your wrestling to Shayna Baszler. However, I do see the match that I have looked at the footage of the match he was talking about, where she had her in like a lock, and then she tapped out early. I'm just saying, it did look a little snug. I'm not defending Jade in any way, but if she did that to me, I'd be like, hey, knock it off. Loosen it a bit, you bitch.
What about you, Marcus? I know you tend to side with black people.
Well, let me tell you this, my brother. I don't just side with black people. I side with my black sisters, Eric. And Jade Cargill shouldn't have been choked out by Shayna Baszler in that event. It was a slug choke. I'm telling you, that would have caused a fight with anybody, male or female. But I don't believe these reports at all. I'm just going for that record. I believe there was a confrontation, but I don't believe that's why she was off TV. I think she was legit hurt.
What about the whole asking for the holidays off, being told it was mandatory, and then subsequently getting injured?
Let me tell you this. If WWE suspected Jade Cargill of trying to pull shenanigans, they would fire her ass, Manny.
I think so too.
I don't think this is an era of we need to cater to Jade, because yes, Jade is a specimen. Yes, Jade looks like a star, but Jade has nowhere else to go anyway. Yeah, it's not like she's going back to AEW for better treatment or whatever, or to learn to wrestle. She doesn't have the talent of Bianca or Charlotte or Rhea or anybody else in that roster to be like, I'm going paraphrase, swing my dick around in the locker room.
No, I would say the lowest bar is Natty and Naomi, where they're the ones that you have to succeed to even consider becoming they're the measuring stick of the women's division. I think of
gatekeepers.
You can hang with them. You can go. You can move on up. I don't think she's way below that. And if I look at it, B-Fab is raised above her in this list, and I don't rate B-Fab that much.
B-Fab was involved in 2 storylines.
Yeah, she was.
One of them was Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, that one I was like, stay in your lane.
But you know what? I do feel like like it's a little bit of sour grapes. I think it could be some jealousy within the locker room about, Jade, who is arguably very green in the ring and not even close to half of the women in the roster with wrestling ability. But however, she looks like the part, and I can see people being very jealous. But at the same time, we did the same thing with Goldberg. And yeah, I think that they'll get past this. I think the storyline that took place on SmackDown was very entertaining. And before we go there, I guess I would like to talk about also WWE and their new pipeline, the Evolve NXT to Smack, not Mitch Lawrence, to SmackDown to Raw.
This should be the universal line for everybody that sees good drama. I'm just saying, not since one life to live, since Mitch Lawrence have I enjoyed so much drama. That should be for every television show. Is there any way you can watch those on reruns anywhere?
I'm pretty sure, Marcus, they are someplace located.
I could spend a lifetime watching that.
I know, Marcus.
One life to live, and I choose Mitch Lawrence.
You love that, and that's just like it's part of our nostalgia. That's all I can say about that. But do you guys like the pipeline of WWE? Because I know you guys watched Evolve.
Did you watch Evolve?
I did not watch Evolve. I had no time this week. I'm in trial.
You didn't watch Black Armstrong, as Manny likes to call it.
I understand what you're calling him. Manny did not. He knew her name was Armstrong, and he called. It makes sense. It makes sense. He was not racist.
I didn't call him a racist.
Thank you, Eric.
I didn't call him a racist.
You did.
I didn't call you a racist. I never used those terms. A man said bigot.
You implied. You implied.
I heavily implied.
I'm just
But,
saying.
the worst. That's why you're a man with no horse. A horse with no legs is what you got.
Isn't that just like a pig? No. That's a slug. It has to be something, right? Or a roach. What was your question about Evolve? Oh, do you like the pipeline?
Yeah, do you like the whole thing?
It's the same thing as NXT Level Up. That's what it comes down to. It's just NXT Level Up.
Some of these people are obviously not going to make it. That's the thing. Some of these people are these are WWE ID talent, some of them, and then some of the people that are in the performance center already. Some of these people are just not going to make it. They're going to fall off. It's just a way of showcasing some of these ID talent.
Not Thrill London, Manny. Not Thrill London.
So
Black Jeff Hardy.
Wes says this. He says LFG, Evolve both have bigger audience than Ring of Honor. I don't even know where Ring of Honor audience is at, but
they don't have they're on a paywall somewhere.
I do think that having a like a hierarchy, because I think that's what works in Major League Baseball, is that you have places where people can go, and I think that when it comes to AEW, that is Ring of Honor, but then they also kind of take Ring of Honor seriously. But I just don't know where the direction is going, quite frankly, where it comes to AEW.
Okay, so I'm going to have you in NXT relegate somebody to Evolve. Who you relegating?
And NXT,
you can use the entire WWE roster if you want. To be honest,
can I look at the roster? Or do you want me to just do it off my head?
No, just go off
the dome. Off the dome. I don't need research for this.
If I had to regulate somebody down to Evolve, the first people that pop into my head would be Hank and Tank.
Ooh,
that's a good pick.
That's good.
You know,
mine is also a tag team.
Mine's a tag team too. Who's your tag team?
I'll say one, and you can say the other because I think we're going to agree. I got Tyson.
Oh no, I don't have that. Go on.
Tyson and Tyrone there.
Yeah. I've got. Is it Briggs and Inamura?
Ooh, you putting Briggs down there?
I mean, Briggs needs some work, man. He's a big guy, but he got nothing to him.
Briggs before Jensen, Manny, or Jensen before Briggs?
Both of them could go back down, but like Inamura is trash too.
Damn.
Honestly, I would say that a good set to send down there, I would go with Wesley and his new faction, because I think Wesley is the type of performer that he doesn't talk well, but he would he is good enough to help the younger stars down in Evolve become a better performers, if that makes sense, because he's very solid in ring.
That's a demotion for him.
Kane is like send down Spears and the family. Wes is like Maxine Dupree. I mean, Maxine Dupree is where she's at because like, she can go back down to NXT, quite frankly.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her all the way down to Evolve. NXT would be her level.
Like, if I could do a swap, let me swap Jada Parker for Maxine Dupree because I think Jada Parker has.
And then Maxine Jada Parker goes in and valet. No, thank you.
No, he don't mean that. I mean just roster swaps, the spots.
Yeah, but as a roster swap,
she doesn't have to be a valet.
than she is a talent.
No, but Jada wouldn't be a valet. She would actually be a wrestler.
Yeah, but you couldn't. You'd have to swap like for like.
No, you don't need to do that. You swear we need to continue this Alpha Academy, Manny. We don't.
I don't think we need them.
Do I need Jada up right now? No, I think Jada needs to still work on NXT business still.
Who would you send from outside of Maxine? Who you demoting on the main roster?
From the main roster?
To Evolve?
No.
Or to NXT?
NXT or Evolve.
Oh, come on, man. We start with this. I have to say Austin Theory and Grayson Waller down, or they're done. Honestly, I would release them to see what they can do on their own.
But you've been trying to release it for a long time.
Manny, you may like this one. I send the Y6 down.
Hallelujah.
Send the Y6
you read my
down.
mind.
The Y6 to go
NXT
down.
or Evolve?
NXT. I feel like it'd be disrespectful to do that to certain people in that faction.
The wacky, wild shit could possibly work. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't work on TV, week to week TV like that.
Mello can go back down to NXT.
No, Mello just needs a new person running the show that's not a white man named Triple H.
I don't know. I just don't think there's a place for him right now.
I mean, he should be beating LA Knight for that U.S. title. I'd rather have him beat Nakamura than what's going on right now. It's disgusted by it. That's a man with no horse. Shit.
Oh,
Apollo! But he's hurt right now.
You can't put the legendary Travis Scott down there. He beat up Cody. You saw Cody this week.
he busted up Cody's ear.
Yeah. And his eye.
But you know what? That's all the final boss fault, and John Cena encouraged him to do a punch, and he wasn't ready to throw no punch. He wasn't.
All right, so you ready to do SmackDown, or we got more?
Are we ready to jump into SmackDown? I'm always ready.
We're 18 minutes in, buddy.
But you know we're making good time because Marcus. Let's be honest. SmackDown ain't gonna have much to do because at the end of the day, it was a show that they produced many times. Like we've seen this show forever and ever.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Next few weeks, I think SmackDown and Raw are at different times on Netflix if you want to watch them live.
Yep.
Because they are in Europe.
Yep, European tour. They're going to be in Barcelona.
SmackDown is in Barcelona.
Oh, it's going to be different. Oh, so Manny finally get to have happiness, huh?
Temporarily.
Accepted. I don't know. Where you want to go? You see LFG this week? I don't know where we go with this show.
Oh, LFG. The previews for LFG this Sunday look great.
I'm not falling for this reality show bullshit. I've seen this trick too many times.
Being a dick again, and I love it.
I'm upset that I have not seen it this week yet, and so I know you guys. That's when I stopped listening to you guys' show because you guys were going to talk about LFG, and I was like, I'm not spoiling LFG for myself. But you know,
what is your take on? Hold on,
Holyfield boy. We ain't seen the Holyfield boy yet.
Yeah, explain yourself. Not explain yourself. That just sounds weird. No, it's not what I need. How do you feel about the replacement of Mickey James over Michelle McCool? Even though you've only seen 2 episodes of LFG.
I mean, the thing about it, I don't like it because I think it's too much Undertaker on there, in my opinion. I don't think he should have that much stroke. And quite frankly, I've heard Michelle McCool talk, and quite frankly, she's boring. Mickey is not much better, but I just, you know, I don't know. I just think it's like I don't need to have husband and wife. I don't need that angle. But maybe that's what they're trying to do to spice up the show. I thought the show was perfectly fine the way that it was.
If you were to replace Mickey and you had to have a female judge on there, who you put in?
I mean, if you could convince somebody, maybe Trish.
Yeah.
I don't think Trish is as accomplished as Mickey is in wrestling.
Yeah, that's the problem. Also, I mean, quite frankly, let's be real. If they were gonna have a coach, I think the best coach that they could have had would have been Natty.
There it is. Yeah. That's all we want. That's all we wanted to hear.
I mean, because Natty is like, she's not doing anything and stuff like that.
She is. Natty is doing shit. Natty on the road. Natty's about to go compete in Bloodsport again, and she's going to go in the NWA Crockett Cup. We work with the NWA. There's cocaine in the WWE now.
There's always been cocaine in WWE.
In the WWE.
There's always been cocaine in WWE.
Oh, again. I'm sorry. Again. I mean, again.
I don't think people were like that. It's like, yep, that's what we was waiting for.
Or if anyone else that should
Nanny would be the one.
The unsung one would be Sarah Del Rey. That is the head female trainer in the performance.
Is she still there?
I think so.
I would,
AKA Cesaro's wife.
Yeah, Molly Holly would have been a good choice.
Molly Holly.
She's also working at the WWE.
I know.
But I think the thing is about the whole thing is that I think they're trying to I don't know. You know how they are obsessed with blondes. The thing about it is that when I look at as we commented on Facebook, Betty, it looks like Undertaker has sucked her chest in just like Coffey's chest. I just don't think Michelle is. I don't think Michelle is just that person that I think is like, oh, she's gonna really teach somebody how to wrestle. In my opinion,
name me one Michelle McCool match that is memorable.
Manny, I remember more Layla than I do Michelle McCool.
I don't remember no Michelle McCool match. Bear in mind, I don't remember many Mickie James matches either. But you got that one with Trish.
I'll tell you this. I know they're not going to give her the credit that she deserves, but this working relationship with TNA, maybe they would. Gail Kim would be the perfect trainer for that spot, but I guess they wouldn't consider her a big enough star.
That's possible. That is possible. I just think that
I go Awesome Kong though.
I don't understand why we're messing up a formula that is so new, in my opinion. Like I thought the formula was really good, and Undertaker.
You gotta freshen it up, but like I don't think Undertaker should be there.
No, I mean Undertaker is so basic.
Although I do want to say I was at Pro Wrestling Eve last night, and they did have a moment where there was a moment in there where they were going hand for hand, blow for blow. And then I heard people go, yeah, boo. And I was like, damn it, The Undertaker's right.
Every time that happens, you're just going to think of The Undertaker, to be honest. I think it happened on Dynamite as well this week. And I go, yep, The Undertaker got him. They really excited now.
But anyway, I think we should probably jump into SmackDown right now. SmackDown started off with a backstage beatdown of Drew McIntyre going after Damian Priest. Now, my question for you, I'll go with you, Marcus, first. Is Drew's rationale of why he's after Priest good enough to try to give them a WrestleMania match against each other? Because I don't
want to see it.
I don't think it is.
This is something that doesn't need to be on the card. This is something that don't need to be in the card. I don't think I need to see it. I'm not asking for this. I know they're trying to keep Priest in the main event scene, but he ain't there. He ain't on Drew's level. Drew just had probably the feud of the year with CM Punk. This ain't. I don't think Priest is on the level of being a foil for Drew. And I can see Priest winning and them trying to help him out, but it don't work for me. This don't work for me, brother. Although in this backstage, they were walking to the arena and then Drew attacked Priest. I would love for an NBA game to start like this. I'm just saying.
So, Mark,
they play the music and they're walking in and you see Russell Westbrook or somebody in some ridiculous outfit, and then all of a sudden they see Luka Doncic and be like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
What about you, Manny?
Wouldn't you want, if you were in the NBA and you're coming in as like, it's normally a flashy, oversized suit. Because I want the whole removing of the blazer, the sports coat, lifting up your sleeves like this, removing a cufflink or two, and then attack.
Yes.
Not the on-site beating that Drew gave him.
Sometimes it's got to be like that, man. You never know.
So maybe we should touch on this. JLG says going to 2-night events is leading to thin cards as opposed to one-night event filled with bangers. Do you guys agree with that statement? That I'll go to you, Manny, for that, because there's WrestleMania is down 2 nights, that we're going to get filled with less than stellar matches that we really don't care about.
Well, you do have to filter out the cards in that sense, though, because if you had WrestleMania 40 the way it was last year in a one-night card, one, that would probably be like 8 hours long. 2,
cut all those matches.
You could cut a lot of matches out, but then it's not as big of a spectacle, and it's like how I feel when I watch an AEW pay-per-view, where it's good, it's all good stuff, but I need to take a break because they don't give you a cool down match or anything. I need to take a break. Like, I have the opportunity to pause it and then walk away, come back to it. I would have to start doing that with WrestleMania if it remained like the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
I would just cut all the matches out. I don't think about worthy. It would be 6-match show, maybe 7. It'd be a 3-hour show, just like any other show, but it's WrestleMania. I go back to one night. I like one night. It feels more special. The main event means more because it's 2 nice kinds of loots of who's wrestled in main events. Because now we're going to get a main event that you go like, they were main event, but they're night 1. Like the real main event is Cody versus Cena. We know that. But we know that's happening night 2.
But as Wes says, with such a large roster, why not have 2-night events? Then you can showcase everybody instead of just the same old people. I agree with this to a certain extent, but my whole issue about, like, I want to showcase people who have some type of momentum or some type of steam behind them. Unfortunately, nothing against Damian Priest, but Damian Priest hasn't been anything since the Judgment Day has broken up. Like, he has no momentum. He has nothing going behind him. And I don't even feel like he's a credible opponent for Drew to fight, in my opinion. Like, it's a step down for Drew. Like, Drew is somebody who deserves to be fighting somebody like a Seth Rollins or somebody like that. You know, a little bit somebody higher up on the card, but I'm sure Seth is now intertwined with CM Punk. And I think that's where it's a tad bit disappointing because, like, I know that they want us to believe that Damian Priest is a big-time player, but hell, I probably would rather see Finn versus Drew McIntyre than Damian Priest. That's just me.
Eric, I like to pull Finn aside and tell him, Finn Balor, you're not making WrestleMania this year.
No, he's going to face Dominic.
You think they're going to actually have a match at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I think so.
But Marcus, I think that would give momentum because Dominic has momentum behind him. And I can see
Dominic
that working.
needs to win at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Dominic needs to win at WrestleMania.
I can see that working. So, but I think what we saw at the very beginning, after the beatdown of Priest and them in the back, we saw a consummate professional, Randy Orton, who has not been on television in such a long time, come out there and cut a meaningful promo, and he shows why he's one of the pinnacles in this industry of professional wrestling.
Pinnacles?
And yes, I am a Randy Orton fan. Yes, I think Randy Orton.
Excuse me, the pinnacle is Wardlow, MJF,
and
FDR, and Tully.
God damn, that feels like so long ago.
It does.
Why does that feel like that's longer than Thugonomics John Cena? That's how old that feels, man.
Because the moment you mention Tully, you think 80s.
Yeah. And Tully's already gone. All those people are gone and miserable.
I don't know. I just thought that Randy's play on words when, he's talking about rock is on the bottom. That's a new term to rock bottom and stuff. I was like, oh, Randy, you filthy fucking person. But I was like, I appreciate what you did. Marcus, Randy's promo. Did you like his explanation of why he's back, why he went after KO, and do you think this match deserves to be on the WrestleMania card if it does make it?
It's WrestleMania because it's Randy Orton and KO. It's he did break his neck with the pile driver. I enjoyed the promo, but I will tell you this. I will say CM Punk may have hurt every single wrestler this week with his Raw promo. Because when I hear it, I'm like, you're not angry as he was.
No, he was
that
not.
man represented anger.
The thing
On
about
Raw, he started that show with so much fire. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a way of conducting yourself.
Well,
yeah.
You can say a lot of things without being angry.
when the hair plugs are shaking like they were shaking, there was a problem. Like he was livid. He was livid.
That was a man that was living. But I just compared it to Randy Orton. But Randy did a really good job. I'd say it's an 8 out of 10 where CM Punk, or a 7 out of 10 and CM Punk's a 10 out of 10. It's one of those where you go like, that's how you start a show.
But
I'm fucking hyped.
Mark,
You get two This Is Awesome chances. It's not even a match.
You're only giving it a 10 because of the pull aparts that led to two This Is Awesome chants, which is ridiculous.
I believe the promo set the stage for the This Is Awesome chants. The pull aparts happen all the time, Manny. We don't get This Is Awesome chants for it. These people wanted to see these guys fight due to the way CM Punk was chopping down everybody who pissed him off at that chamber match. He was me after I didn't win my black ass horse.
So let me just ask you guys this question. Well, this is actually for Manny. Manny, were you disappointed when you found out Randy had not been hearing the voices in his head until that moment he saw KO? Because that really disappointed me. I didn't know the voices stopped talking to him, but then the voices told him he needed to kick this motherfucker in the head. I was like,
I kick him next week.
I mean, when did the voices leave him? Is what the first question I need to ask.
I think
when he got a family. When he got a family, Manny. When that man became a family man.
Because he'd been coming out there living a lie. I hear voices in my head. They talk to you, liar.
They haven't talked to you in years.
You liar.
You're a family man. But he has to kick. I mean, he has to kick KO in the face. Someone online in one of the comments brought up that it's ridiculous that Randy's boot is over the way it is since he hasn't done it in like 10 years. These kids shouldn't even know what it is.
I like that.
And then on fact of it, the fact that the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens tried to kill each other at Elimination Chamber with all types of weapons and shit. But yet everybody in the crowd gasped when he tried to kick his ass. It's just a kick in the head. Kick in the head.
So guys, I love when the chat is a buzzing because I guess our shadow ban is over because Kane says Priest versus YS6 for turning his back on Judgment Day. This does not, I'm not talking about it, but it made me think of something. And I have a question for you guys. This is a very serious question. Marcus, I'm going to go to you. Does Karrion Kross make it to WrestleMania?
Does Karrion Kross make it to fucking Raw? Does he ever make it to ringside?
He's on every week.
He's on every week, but he's never been at ringside. I don't care how many times he changes.
Yeah, the hair. He changes his
the hair details and all this shit. This man is working, and I take back everything I've said about him as a personality. Karrion Kross is a really good character. In the ring, they just don't put him in there because they realize it's over. There's not much going to happen there. But I did Karrion Kross, and I think it's going to be I just don't think he's going to make it.
It might be Kross and Sammy.
It could be, but I don't think it's going to happen at Mania. I think they can do the Raw after Mania or the SmackDown before Mania weekend. But I don't think they'll actually make it.
It'll be the Raw after or the Raw before WrestleMania, probably.
All right, and then JLG says,
I would love for Kross to be the member.
With the release of Rey Fenix, does he land on SmackDown or pair with Penta on Raw?
Wait, don't say the P word. It might set him off.
I know. I think personally they're planting the seeds for Rey Fenix. I think they're planting the seeds for Rey Fenix to end up with Santos. I think it's best to keep them separate right now because they have so much momentum going with Penta. I think it would be a disservice to Penta. I think he deserves a singles run, in my opinion. What about you, Manny?
You mean with Escobar? I'm sorry.
I asked Manny, Marcus, not you.
I know. I cut you. I cut Manny off and said with Escobar.
I don't mind. I don't mind it. The tag division on Raw probably needs the Lucha Bros, but I just need Marcus to say it with feeling. Hey, Manny, how about that dive?
Manny, I'll tell you this one. Just like Randy Orton, I too have been faking it.
So, for my own selfish reasons, I don't want to see them together because I think my favorite pyro in the game right now is the pinwheel that Penta comes out to because it is just so over the top. And then also, my second favorite pyro is with Jacob Fatu because I don't know why he has fire. I don't know, but he does, and that's all that matters.
Well, you know what? I would actually.
That's why.
Let me tell you this. I would actually delay the pairing of Penta and Rey Fenix for right now, even though the Raw Tag Team division could use it. I would delay it for the simple fact Funk is on the roll with Penta right now. You know what? I wanted to see him go singles in AEW for a long time, and not just be stuck with the Lucha Bros. And now he's finally free. And I think Ray Phoenix can benefit too. The only person that's going to lose traction on this is Dragon Lee, because once you see Ray Phoenix, you go like, "Oh, I don't need this one. I don't need Ray and Ray Phoenix. I don't need these guys."
You know, I'm not really sure what it is about Triple H. I know he gets a lot of flack for not being able to book black people, but I think he does a very good job of booking women. And I thought that the transition of the whole
Shawn Michaels does a good job of booking women.
No.
Triple H,
I thought the whole backstage segment that took place with Chelsea Green, Piper, and Nick Aldis, and then Tiffy actually went really well, especially when Nick pulled rank. I mean, Manny, how do you feel when he pulled rank and says that, "Oh, Piper doesn't work for you, Chelsea. She works for me, and she's gonna have a match tonight."
See, I didn't like Nick Aldis at all this week. His explanation with the whiteboard of the tag team issues.
Yeah,
Manny, I want to ask you a question. When have you ever liked Nick Aldis? It ain't never been a week. You know what? I like Nick Aldis this week. Every week is
when he show up. You know when he show up and then he don't speak or he don't do anything. He's just on the camera and then like nothing comes of it. That's when I like Nick Aldis.
Okay. What about you, Marcus? Did you like him pulling rank and letting him know that this match was gonna take place?
Yeah, whatever. It's just except the story. I say more Chelsea and more Piper on my screen each and every week. Marcus, it's better for television.
I agree with you because I could care less about Tiffany getting this win. She needed this win.
I don't care.
But quite frankly, seeing Piper back in her detail, disheveled in the back for a match that I really don't think we really wanted, and I don't think the Philly fans wanted it either, because I think this is one of those matches that's been had so many times, and I don't think that Michin and Chelsea could ever surpass their dumpster match that they had, which I thought was fun.
This was a good match, though.
No, it was a fun, but I've seen it so many times.
That's only happened like once or twice.
Shit, they done fought like 4 or 5 times, Marcus.
Yeah, but when's the last time Chelsea dressed up as Cactus Jack?
That's true. But
and then you get Alba Fire.
Fire. What?
The survivor of the witches.
I'm upset that they released Isla Dawn. I love me some Isla Dawn. They could have just repackaged.
Excuse me, you couldn't even say her name correctly when you first saw her, Isla.
Yeah, but after she got fired, I know who she was. Isla Dawn.
Let me ask this, Eric. How deep do you want Chelsea's cabinet to go? Because she is the president of WWE or whatever she's claiming. You got Secret Service Piper. I'm assuming Secretary of Defense Alba Fire. How deep you want this shit to go? Who's the Attorney General and all that shit?
I think it needs to
Liz
stop
McMahon
now.
and healthcare.
I think it needs to stop now, but I think they can also do one more member up tour because it really depends on who they put in that cabinet. But the fact that the
do you need another woman? Do you need another woman, or you're gonna throw a male in there?
I put Pretty Deadly in there.
No,
that would be perfect.
Well, they could be, but like the thing about
they're not American. They're a comedy act. They ain't doing shit.
This is you know what? You're right. They could go there. They would fit in right. That would work.
So I want to go state this since we are in this zone of the women of SmackDown. Tiffany has lost all steam since teaming with Trish Stratus and even before or becoming champion. She's not a face. It's just miscasting. It's just miscasting. And Charlotte attacking her from behind. I'm like, it's just heel versus heel.
I didn't think Tiffany deserved the title yet. I thought it was too soon in her run. I think she should have started off with a more mid-card title than I think they put the rocket on her too soon, and I think it's gonna.
No, I think it made sense. It made sense for me with the cash-in story with Nia. It's the opponent. Charlotte is too big for Tiffy right now.
Yeah.
It's like Rhea the first time she faced off against Charlotte during COVID Mania.
But
it's like that where Rhea wasn't really ready for Charlotte.
Do you feel like
that's what we're gonna have history repeat itself?
Hold on, I disagree. I thought Rhea did a great job in COVID.
She did a good job. She did a good job, but she didn't. If she's not the same Rhea we have now, or Rhea that faced off.
Well, no. That's like saying the same Becky Lynch we had. We don't got the same Becky Lynch.
I think my big issue with Tiffy is that Tiffy has that aura that the girl down on LFG has, where she played the Ditzy Blonde, so she doesn't have that presence about her. Because, for example, I thought, and I might be alone in this situation, when we had the backstage segment where Byron was interviewing Charlotte, and then B-Fab approached Charlotte, I thought B-Fab really held her own presence-wise being around Charlotte. I know Charlotte could out-wrestle her any day. However, I felt like, you know what? B-Fab felt what she was saying from her chest. Like, bitch, what you gonna do? Marcus?
I would like to chime in and say, Charlotte gets a strike this week. Absolutely. I thought B-Fab was better than her in the microphone, and I thought her ridiculous outfit just took her down, star power down. That was one of the ugliest outfits I've ever seen. The orange boots with the Tatanka top. I don't think that's actually a good look.
Real quick. I'm gonna pause you real quick, Marcus. If you see the outfit from top up, like if you had not seen her run into the ring and attack anybody, and saw what the bottom half looked like when she was backstage being interviewed by Byron, he was like, "Oh, that might be a fire outfit."
No, Eric.
However,
no.
underneath, no. But I thought B-Fab was really good in this one. Manny, you've been extremely critical of B-Fab, but your stance on her has lessened a lot since, maybe the last 6 months. How did you feel she conveyed herself in this segment?
I mean, I said earlier,
It hurts you.
B-Fab should stay in her lane. You don't come at the queen like that. You just don't. But I have to say, like you already said, she does have it did feel more like because Tiffy hasn't really said anything back to Charlotte yet.
No,
Not that
I can imagine her doing it.
And I can't imagine her saying or stepping up to Charlotte in any type of sense. But B-Fab did. So the next time Tiffany does, we're gonna have to compare it to that. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it because I don't think she's gonna measure up to what B-Fab said.
I think B-Fab is authentic. This is who she is, and I think she's. Why you gotta show me this outfit?
I didn't bring it. I didn't put it up. I didn't put it up. I'm trying to think. Just horrible.
Was she shopping with Eddie Thorpe? What the hell?
It looked like something Freddy Cougar would wear, but then he
No,
decided
it
to
looked like
fashion
she
up
had
with.
It looked like she had an outfit, and then her plane crashed in the woods or in the jungle, and she had to survive.
Yeah, and she used the raft boats, the floaties, and shoes for the next 6 weeks to survive.
But back to it though.
This is Charlotte Flair Tomb Raider.
Like for me,
Yeah, she looks like a cross of Astro Boy and shit.
B-Fab feels authentic. It's like she's doing the Michin character better than Michin, and I believe in. I'm happy for B-Fab right now. I think she really turned. But since we're talking about bees, let's talk about Bianca Belair, man. This is the moment. This is probably the best thing on SmackDown.
We should have led on multiple levels. Yes.
Huh? Mark, I'm better at transitions than you are, Marcus. What can I
never
say?
said. I know you transition better than me.
You always try to transition on the Untitled Manny Marcus show, and I be like, Marcus, that ain't that great, but it's okay.
Hey, fuck you.
That's why you didn't get the horse.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Nay.
Talk about my transitioning. That's why you can't play against women no more.
Yeah, they stopped my pill shipment. So, Bianca and Naomi. First and foremost, probably the best Naomi's been in a long time. Bianca,
this is the best Naomi promo ever, Eric.
Yeah,
ever.
Marcus, you know this, and I know this. Manny don't know. Marcus, this was hot PDE and two women. Right? You know it was, Marcus. Like the Naomi's logic that she was doing it for her, and she was beating all around the bush, not even acknowledging or answering the question that Bianca was asking. Like, did you beat up Jay? Girl.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
Girl.
No.
Like this, to the point where she becomes extremely delusional because she's not getting her way, and she ends up calling Bianca a bitch.
Yeah, but what do you think? Right before we get into the bitch and the walking away and the dramatic shot of Bianca walking away from her, what do you think of the crocodile tears? First of all, Naomi got the tears out. Bianca couldn't get them out. Bianca couldn't get them out.
Marcus, my respect for Naomi when she got the tear out, Marcus, I said, oh shit, she out there acting. This felt real to me. Was
bloodline business. That shows she's been working the bloodline, the acting of the bloodline. That's rubbed off.
What moment in her life did she tap into?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what it was. It was when she put those tag titles on Vince's table, and then she had to go into obscurity because Mercedes left her. In obscurity in TNA.
No, you know what? I know what moment that she tapped into. I'm going way back, Manny. I'm going back when Funk was on the road. I believe she had the same conversation with Cameron back in the day. I do it all for you, bitch.
I just love how in professional wrestling that I don't know how these drivers know, but they always arrive at the moment where the segment was in it. And Jay, how did Jay get to the arena right when
she's so late?
When Bianca made it to the thing, just not showing up to work. I thought Bianca was really good because Bianca looked tore, and then she just let Naomi ass get beat. Betty, would you let Jay go in there and beat it? Like, yes.
Yeah, Bianca ain't got time for this. She ain't got time for this. She has a match with EO right now.
Main event to think about.
Let me tell you something.
She feuded with Damage Control for like 7 years, Eric, and she back on against EO after was cheering her on Monday.
She's here for closure.
But it felt like that Bianca was the one caught in the middle, like, Jade ain't calling me, Naomi ain't calling me. But I'm like, well, Jade wasn't calling you before. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It got real messy. I don't know if I want Jade and Naomi at WrestleMania, but I guess it does have a story.
I don't know if it's making WrestleMania, and I don't know where to put the storyline. I don't know what they're doing with Bianca and the women's title and Rhea. I don't know what's going on in that picture.
Triple threat from my understanding. Because according to Rhea's pictures, she was out on a honeymoon with her and Buddy Murphy, so I can understand her dropping the title.
That's a long time ago.
I don't know when those pictures was
taken.
That
was back when they were in AEW was in Australia.
But I do love that EO is Rhea's kryptonite. I love that. I mean, I love that for EO. EO has really grown on me. I know, but that's Marcus' person, so I'm not gonna take EO for Marcus.
You like EO being Ruben Patterson, the Kobe stopper? Yeah. Forget his sexual charges.
Just get out there. Who Kobe's or Rubens? I don't know who has. I thought that was a moment this week that no one saw coming. No one saw EO being Rhea. No one saw it. There's nobody who had that on their check. Was like, oh, Rhea's losing.
No one did, Eric. But I would like to go to the chat real quick. First of all, J.K. Smith with a very brief no fuck Hulk Hogan, which is startling, and I'm concerned. And then JLG, Naomi just doesn't seem like a viable heel. Do you see Naomi as a heel character? I saw the emotion, the tears, and but can she keep that up and just be a quote unquote, and I don't mean this in any derogatory way, a bitch?
Yeah. I think she just has to channel her inner, like, I just don't give a fuck stage. She's fuck all you people. Like she seemed like a nice person, but the way she whipped off that neck brace, unfortunately, I think the roles are reversed. It should have been Jade who laid out Naomi and had her in her heels like that, because I think Jade plays bitch better. I mean, because Jade is still not a good person in this situation, because she could have called Bianca.
Would you have switched it with Bianca, though?
We still don't know if Bianca's clean or not.
I don't know if she clean either. This could have been the rules, but then when she didn't help Naomi, I'm like, nah. My favorite part of the segment, though, Naomi in the neck brace playing victim. Yeah. And then when Jade music hit,
Marcus
running away.
No.
Took the neck brace off and started sprinting.
Naomi deserved to get her ass beat. Of all the ways to try to escape, you know where the ring announcers sit. There's a little cubby where you can walk through. She could not hop over that little area. And I was like, girl,
she's injured. Yeah, she's injured, man. She's injured. But yeah, like you said, this is one of the best segments on SmackDown. Very dramatic. I was shocked on how it all played out. I thought there was going to be I thought they were going when Naomi was like, "No, I didn't do it, B," and she kept saying, "No, I didn't do it." I thought Bianca was like, "Because we did that shit."
Yeah. He was waiting for that.
I thought I was going to go that route. But fantastic segment.
So let's follow promo with promo. Cody comes out there. He's bouncing back from his ass whooping everything out there. Man, Cody can cut a heartfelt promo. And Marcus, I know you shake your head, but I'll go to Manny.
No, I didn't shake my head.
You shook your head like I don't know what that was.
That's what I didn't mean it for it as a negative way. I just shook my head. I don't know what I was doing.
Manny,
just more like cracking my neck or something.
Cody put his heart out there. He just. What did you take of Cody's promo on SmackDown?
I mean, I liked it, but I'm siding with my boy John. I signed with JC. Not Jesus Christ, John Cena.
The other JC. I side with the other J. I side with the other JC. Shazay.
I'm going to point out that my favorite reaction video of John Cena turning heel is the kid throwing all his John Cena toys down the stairs. I don't know if it was real or not, but the damn tantrum was great. Like, so Manny, do you think this is how technically I guess Marcus and I was supposed to feel when Hulk Hogan turned his back on everybody and called black people the N-word? I'm not even talking about when he went to the NWO.
When he dropped the leg drop on the black community, brother.
Like, oh, what happened? Is that how you feel, Betty? I mean, I can still see you cheer John Cena. I was disappointed that John Cena didn't show up to work. I need to see him.
No, because now you have to pay to see him. He box office Cena now.
I'm upset that. Oh, go ahead.
No, and it's just everyone wanted this turn 10 years ago, but they didn't want it. WWE didn't want to pull the trigger because of the Make-A-Wishes and all this. Now that you can tell this story because it's his last year, you have to do it. You have to do it, and it's going to be an interesting ride. I can't wait for the promo he cuts and explains his actions because it's going to be great. Even if he doesn't explain his actions, what if he just comes out there, does the whole shit, the theatrics are coming out there,
drop the mic, yeah,
says "fuck Stu" and then drops the mic again?
Yeah.
That's what somebody at work told me. He was like, he has to beat up Stu. Stu has to go to the camera. He goes out there, he does his routine, and Stu, you just hear him going, "Why, John? Why? Stu, you motherfucker!"
Marcus, the question is, there's no routine for him no more. He can't go out there and never like.
He can still do it, and it'd be fake. He got booed for doing the same routine for no reason.
What if he just comes out in a suit?
Yeah.
Everywhere else you see John Cena outside of WWE, he's in a suit.
Yeah, I hate all his suits.
What if he reverts it and wears the suit to the ring, and he's now the Rock's corporate champion?
I mean, but then we're gonna have suits versus suits because Cody wears his suits too, and Cody got a better suit game. Like if we had a John Cena suit versus Cody Rhodes suit, it would be Cody Rhodes who win the suit game.
Is this going into our playoffs at the end of the year? Who has the best suit game? Because the Miz is always in there.
Oh, the Miz is there. Miz is there. Miz ain't gonna win. Because I really like because sometimes Miz break out the chain too. He make out the chain. He'd be like, damn. Cody and the Miz might be the best suit wearers in the game. Charlotte has no outfits whatsoever. It's not.
I would also, I know you don't watch enough TNA, but Moose suits be good too.
I didn't like his red suit in the press conference. Didn't like it.
It's the press conference. Nothing was good about the press conference.
Didn't like his red suit. You know what? Nick Aldis should get some respect. His suits are pretty good.
So back to this John Cena.
There's no real differentiation in
No, he mixed it up. He mixed it up every now and then. Back to this Cody John Cena. I like Cody's promo. I thought it was really good. But I do feel like WWE is missing the mark by not having John Cena on this week. I just feel like that was the story. That's the big story. That's all I want to see. Everything else comes out is soft and fake. I mean, other than Naomi and Bianca or Toni Storm and Mariah May, nothing really hit like John Cena's heel turn. I needed more. I needed that crack. I'm over here itching because I need to know what's going to happen next in that story with The Rock, John Cena, and Cody.
The three best things this week: Io winning the title because no one saw that coming. Punk's moment. You have Bianca's moment, and then you have a Toni Storm moment. I think those are the things that stood out the most about this week in wrestling. And quite frankly, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. The dog is in. That means we got to show. Marcus, I have a question for you. I know that you normally order KO shirts. Solo got a shirt. Marcus, I'm sorry, not Solo. Jacob got a shirt.
He's got 3 shirts. He's got 3 shirts.
Got 3 shirts.
Jacob gets all my money.
This one says ass at the bottom.
Jake, I will give Jacob all my money and buy all his shirts. That way I know he don't have to rob me next time I see him.
So think about this.
Marcus, he don't have to, but he's going to.
Yeah, he's going to. I can see Jacob selling those shirts outside the arena talking about, come get some of these.
I do not want to see Jacob versus Braun Strowman. I'm hoping that LA Knight winning the U.S. title will lead to Jacob versus LA Knight for the U.S. title.
No, I believe we're going to Jacob versus Solo.
No, I need Jacob to be in the. I don't. Solo.
Solo's having this match, and now they're building Solo from Las Vegas, and you know Solo having this match now.
First and foremost, Solo looked like he was in the best shape of his life, and Shantae said, "Oh, did he grow braids?" She thought he was somebody else because of how his towel was over his head. However, Solo has no momentum right now. Solo is Solo right now, and I need him to go someplace else.
It's him, Jacob, and Thomas story right now. I don't know what they're going to do with all these guys, but I'm assuming all three of these guys are making WrestleMania.
I guess the moment I wonder is going to be for the Hall of Fame. Do you think we're going to see Lex Luger walk across the stage?
Absolutely, and that's why they did it this year.
I mean, if he does, I think that's a moment. Although he may be responsible for the death of Miss Elizabeth, and he was the first Jack person.
May?
Manny's terrible with the accusation.
He was the first Jack person who had no charisma, but I still remember when he saved the
He ain't the first. That's so mean. There's so many deadbeats out there that have wrestled in the 90s and 80s who had nothing and they were Jack. Don't do that to Luger. Don't do that to Luger. I'm not the biggest Luger fan, and I've stated that on the show. I'm just saying, don't put Luger as the first person who had the look and talent and was like, he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, that's all I need to talk about on SmackDown. Okay. I don't care about anything else that happened. I mean,
all right, just briefly, LA Knight defeated Nakamura and we didn't care. None of us cared.
No, I'm upset. I'm upset. And
I was upset by that.
I don't know. That was upsetting, and just in general. And I don't think it's worthy to talk about.
No, put me in a bad fucking mood. I was just like, this is. I
went to go take a shit right after that. I sat on the toilet like this.
No, honestly, I watched SmackDown and I saw that. And you know what? I have to thank AEW.
Made me constipated.
I have to thank AEW because I went and I fast forward through Dynamite and I made it to the Toni Storm segment, and that saved me from that win because Toni Storm is amazing. She might be my MVP this week. God damn it.
She is the MVP of the week, but the attempted murder on AEW made me enjoy that.
The first hour attempted murder. So let's add this. I know what I handle this one. This one.
Okay. Wait, Betty. Marcus is taking the hosting reins on Saturday. Marcus, is all yours.
Okay. Very passive aggressive. But let me take this. Is Javon Evans a young Swerve Strickland? I would say no. I'm going to add that. But when to bring it up the Swerve Strickland, I'm not giving a why.
You have to give a why.
No, I don't have to give a why. He's 19. I don't know yet. We can give a I don't know yet. Okay.
I don't know yet.
Earlier in the week, me and Eric had a small discussion, which led to a segment that's going to go. Who's AEW's biggest fumble?
As Eric moves around.
Yeah, as Eric decides to be bouncy with his camera.
I was bouncy. Who's AEW's biggest fumble? Are we still? That
was the question. You just. Thanks for repeating the question.
Manny, who's AEW's biggest fumble?
The obvious answer is Cody, so I'm not gonna go with the obvious answer.
Oh yeah, because they have to be gone. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I want to say Punk, mainly because he was the driver for all the other shows. So even though they failed, he was the driver for Rampage. He was the driver for Collision, and they seem to have momentum in terms of views when Punk was there. The moment he left, that's when you start to see the decline of viewership and everything, along with all the problems coming out with AEW. So I think dropping the ball with Punk set off a whatever
chain reaction
of all the other problems they had.
I'm gonna because I don't want to pick somebody that Manny picked, and I think Punk is a very viable option. I think he's probably the true answer, but I'm gonna also give somebody else some credit. I'm gonna give Ethan Page some credit. I think Ethan Page could have got a little bit more traction in AEW, because I mean I thought the stuff that he was doing in AEW was good, and I thought he could have really solidified the mid card with his promo abilities, and he's solid enough in the ring. And I could say that because when he went to NXT, he actually made somewhat of an impact. Like he came, he showed up, he did his thing, and he is one of NXT's top athletes, and he could have easily done that in AEW. Marcus?
This is disqualification, Wes, because Scorpio Sky is somehow still in that company.
No,
he's still in that company.
The second, when you say your answer, the second question will be.
No, go ahead. Keep going. You're not. No one's gonna say my answer.
No. Give your answer after the second question will be who's currently there that they're currently fumbling. But so give your
I got so many.
Yeah, give your answer, Marcus.
Well, I was just gonna flip it. Who's WWE's biggest fumble? Right?
We're gonna do that too. We can do that too.
We can do that too.
Tony Storm Swerve or something. But anyway, my answer is not. It's a shock. This may be shocking. This is a deep cut. I thought long and hard. I thought about all the people that have come over in AEW. I went deep into it. I went with Ben Carter, and then I said that. I went with Stephanie McCurr. I went with that. I even said, you know what? Ricky has a good argument. Cody and Punk are obvious. Penta's on the side over here. That's 2 times, not 3. But you know what the biggest fumble of AEW's career was? The TNA partnership. Dividends for NXT. Dividends.
Yeah,
you're right.
They worked with them and nothing was accomplished. They had all these wrestlers that WWE have access to now, whether it's Jordan Grace or Moose or the Hardys, I guess. They weren't there at the time, but they did fumble the fuck out of the Hardys, and they look like shit, and I still win. There's all these people. Camilla's still there, Wes. Allegedly. But I believe the TNA partnership is the biggest downfall of them because they did absolutely nothing with that, and it only showed Omega get their belt and Christian get their belt, and nothing honestly came out of that. And when you do a good partnership like WWE and TNA are currently doing, which I didn't feel WWE needed to do, and I still don't think they need to do, it's showing dividends for NXT and their numbers and the energy and the momentum behind that show. Because any given week, Joe Hendry can randomly show up, or they just throw Masha Slamovich in the crowd and people go, "Oh my God,
Wes, Lexus King."
Nah.
Well, you got to say it right if you're going to say it. Who's Pullman?
Bill Pullman's son. That's Bill Pullman's son. Hey. Today we celebrate my Independence Day.
I'm gonna tell everybody this right now. It felt good hearing the Hardys music. I mean, seeing Jeff give me a little bit.
They did it in AEW, Eric. They did the same music in AEW.
It feel important.
Okay.
All right, so who's the biggest fumble for me? Easy. I think it's Toni Storm
From WWE.
Yeah. I think it's Toni Storm.
That's now somewhere else.
True was her choice to leave, and they granted her release, but they could have did more with Toni Storm. Marcus, you gonna say Swerve? Is that who you gonna say?
Swerve.
Yeah, I can figure that. Manny, what about you?
But can I also add with your Toni? Toni had to get released. She would never felt this gimmick.
That's true.
She would never been this.
But
never been this.
But Toni Storm was kind of doing the same Toni Storm stuff until she found Timeless Toni Storm. So if she never found Timeless Toni Storm, it wouldn't even be considered even that much of a fumble. Because she would have been on the same playing field. It'd be the same kind of conversation of Aleister Black and Malachi Black. But she's found a new dimension and she's working with it and she's showing great character work.
I would like to comment to this. I would like to comment to what Kane said. They fumble Ricochet. I don't think they fumble Ricochet. I don't think there's any layers to the character that Ricochet has. I don't think he can move on from where he's at right here. I think
his best work now.
Yeah, I think this is where it's at. I think it won't be anything better than this. And I think
it's good though.
I think it's good, but like the thing is because his opponent is Swerve. I don't think that he can really do this with anybody else. I don't think so.
I think in this feud he's doing more than what Swerve is doing. Swerve kind of just existing. Chris Dono wants to roll.
He's the heel.
Swerve doesn't have to do any of this.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think Ricochet his promos have been better than Swerve's promo in this feud.
Yeah, but the thing about it though, Marcus, if you don't have the layers that they're giving him to work with, like the fact that he stole Nana's jacket and stuff like that, I just don't know if Ricochet can keep this momentum with somebody else. And the fact is, I don't know if AEW will keep the momentum. Look at what they did with the Hurt Syndicate. They don't even show up no more. I'm glad that they don't.
That's the question. That's the real question, though, because obviously after Revolution, the winner of their match is it Revolution or is it a Dynamite match? The winner of their match is a number one contender for the AEW Championship. So, if you think Ricochet is winning, I can't see him in that main event picture going for that title, other than Toulouse.
Oh, Manny lost a
almost came
tooth.
out.
Manny lost a tooth. So I can also argue, since you guys picked Tony Storm, I know you're not currently liking the Death Rider storyline right now, but do you consider Jon Moxley a big fumble?
No, I don't think that's the biggest fumble that they have in AEW. I think the
He's
biggest.
their biggest star?
No,
I wouldn't say Mox is a fumble though, because Mox wasn't fired. Mox
But at the end of the Mox run, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. He was wearing gas masks and fighting diseases or some shit.
Yeah, but they knew that he wasn't resigning, so they was like, we're not going to invest any time in him. I mean, I get why they did what they did with him. And
Nah, they tried to get him back.
They made Mox into something more than he was in WWE. So
yeah, because
he's the backbone of the company.
Mox got to be blood and guts and do stuff like that. I don't like the storyline that he's doing right now, but I think that I can outweigh the positives that he brought into the company versus the negatives. I just don't think that he has a good opponent with Cope, personally. And as for a person who's on the current roster of AEW that they're fumbling the ball on, right now, it's Will Ospreay. I think it's Will Ospreay. I think that Ospreay is stuck in a lower tier, mid-level feud where I don't know if it benefits anybody. Like, he is supposed to be one of your biggest free agent signings, and him feuding with Kyle Fletcher for as long as he's been feuding and Don Callis, I don't need him to run the gamut of people who never win. That's my issue with him. Like, the Murder Hawks never win.
No, but I don't think Will Ospreay is a fumble. I just think that they're buying their time for him being champion. His feud with Fletcher is going to happen. That's fine. His feud with the Callis family is fine. I don't have a problem with that. A fumble means they have fucked up completely. This is a Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know what happened with Keith Lee. This was Aleister Black, but I don't consider him a fumble because WWE couldn't do anything with him, and they didn't do anything with him, so that's his problem.
My fumble,
but
Brody King.
Brody King, you know what? They're using him now. He's fighting Okada. Okada and Jay White are bigger fumbles.
Okay. Then who's your fumble then, Marcus? Oh, sorry, Manny.
Wardlow is my fumble.
Wardlow is huge because you know what? He has some momentum behind him.
Yeah, the moment they made him cut his hair, that was it. Wardlow was done.
That was where all the fires came from.
There was a lot of stuff they did with Wardlow where you go like, this they're done. Mine may shock you on this one. Who I think AEW's biggest fumble is. And I think they never capitalized on Kenny Omega being the best in the world.
Oh, I mean,
I think he had a nice run being. He had his title run. He won those. He was the belt collecting for a little bit, but other than that, Kenny never made the money that Kenny probably should have made for AEW.
And I would also say I think they fumbled on Okada. I think Okada resorted to a comedy spectacle that said "bitch," and I think the Young Bucks did worse for them. And I think it's only fair, and I'm going to be fair right here. We're talking about AEW. Marcus, I heard. What has WWE fumbled? Who has they fumbled though? What is their fumble right now?
Didn't we just say? Oh, who they're fumbling with?
Yeah.
So many people.
Yeah, but give me one. Just whoever.
You know what? Just because it's current, man, they fucking with Nakamura too much, man. I can't stand
They
them.
are.
I can't. They fuck with Nakamura so much, man. I'm so sick of this shit. Nakamura can't get a damn thing going for him. He'll win a mid-card title and just hold it. And ain't nothing mattered in there. He won the Rumble. They didn't let him win the title.
He still wins the title.
I think Nakamura was just like, what the fuck, man? And it just keeps going on. And, you know, he's older now than he was, but God damn it, he should be. He's more important to me than Damian Priest, LA Knight, and a bunch of other cats they have on that roster.
Kane says Wyatt 6. I don't know if I really wanted them to succeed, so I don't that's fucked up as it may sound.
Eric, this is why we're friends.
Yeah,
You can't say that sounded horrible.
No, it was like one of those things. It was just like when it came back, and I'm like, okay, I get what you're doing, but I'm like, you know what? This is not working for me. And it's like, if you're gonna do this and you want to play homage to Bray in this situation, I need you to take inspiration, but I need you to do your own thing. they were just kind of regurgitating a lot of the same thing that they were doing. I just don't like the white six at all. Like at all.
So my answer in Nikita, so my answer in Nikita Lyons is not a good answer then, huh?
She need to be released or sent down to Evolved.
You know, she would be. The big cat should go to Evolve.
I'm not referring to her as the big cat, Marcus.
You better start referring to it. Touch grass and return to her as the big cat.
Manny, you could agree with this in the situation. Since the emergence of Nikita, and I know you
serious. I wasn't serious.
I know, but you were champion
Jesus.
Nikita. But there have been so many people who've called up that has surpassed Nikita that she just needs to go someplace. She needs
We
to be let
weren't
go.
championing her. We were using her for view. We were using her big ass for views.
I'm gonna say this right now. I think Ava has more upside than Nikita.
Yeah, you need to stop. Yeah, go touch some grass. Stop.
You are TNA crossing the line right
Nikita
now.
has. I mean, Ava has. Her
What am I
moments.
supposed to do with that, Eric?
Ava has.
What am I supposed to do with that? I would also say they fumbled Peter Rosenberg as play-by-play commentary. He did a good job.
Hey, who's the new guy on Dynamite? Who's this new guy?
Michael Icavani?
Yeah.
He's the Ring of Honor commentary.
I don't like him.
Better than Tony Schiavone? Fuck Tony.
Wow.
Whichever one you want to say. Except for the one that passed away. Tony.
I know, Mark. I know you were tired of Tony losing and winning. I know you're sick of that. I mean, Tony's getting that Nakamura treatment, Marcus, in so many ways. He gets the entire title, he do some shit, and then he lose it. I don't know if my 2025 bingo card. So right here, we had Jeff Jarrett announcing that he was going for gold. That was like my first what the fuck moments of 2025. My number 2 what the fuck moment is probably Shawn Spears holding gold in 2025. Never thought Shawn Spears would hold a title. But hey.
I don't know what's going on with that.
No, on my bingo card is the greatest comment of her. After being spat in her face, you are going to live a life of mediocrity.
Yeah, that's pettiness at its level.
Do you know how cold that shit is?
Yeah. It just, no selling someone spitting in your face and just talking like they're going to just be irrelevant is cold.
I don't even like the other person, though. I can't remember her name.
Mariah May.
Mariah May?
I don't like Mariah May. Never had. And then Mercedes, she actually made me laugh this week when she told Renee, no, not that one, the other one. I was like, okay, both shots.
Get my catchphrases right.
Yes, like this is the one I want to use right here and there. The issue is I don't know who this Japanese wrestler she's fighting, and I feel like that's my issue that I've always had with AEW is like, you don't inform me enough or give me enough backstory about who these people are fighting. You always bring in outside people to fight your champions when you got people on your roster to fight. Let them fight.
And then, you know, as Mercedes said, you just go give people someone WWE's go sign after they wrestle me.
Yeah.
Because she's been doing that. Mercedes been doing great work. I think, I don't know what they're doing with this TBS division. Like, they just throw random matches out there. She doesn't come out to the Ring Cup promos anymore because they realize she can't do that. So, you know, I believe Mercedes probably going to have one of the matches of the nights, but you're going to be like, what was that?
All right, so man,
they're not gonna let her come to the Ring Cup promos anymore because she wastes too much TV time doing that stupid entrance.
So I guess to close out the show, Manny, going for it, and either company, who would you like to see get more TV time or a bigger push? It could be whatever company that you say. Who would you like to see?
I mean, I'd like to see Bron Breakker do more interesting things in 2025 other than what he's been doing.
I just hope we don't all have the same answer. Marcus, who's you?
Who do I want to see break out in 2025?
Like who get more TV time to do more than what they're doing right now?
Penta.
Now Penta's getting enough TV time right now.
He got the spinny pinwheel.
He has the most over the top. You know what? I used to think Cody's entrance was ridiculous. I think Penta's out of control.
It's on.
I feel like he adds details.
Marcus, if you had 2K25, Marcus, you know that would be Ripper Raymundo's entrance right there because the pinwheel is amazing. You know it would be.
Well, Ripper Raymundo's at the point where he gets no more pyro. He just kind of comes out there. He's a legacy wrestler. Shows up every now and then. He's more Jeff Jarrett than anything else.
Ripper Raymundo is at the age of retirement situation.
He's just Jeff Jarrett
right now. 25 if you want it.
Oh, I was going to ask you after we wrap it up because we might as well go to the hour and a half mark since we're already here. Mark, who you got, Marcus? Who you want to see?
You know what? I would like to see. Let's try to get some black wrestlers on this main roster, and I'm just hoping for all the
Braun
black
Breaker.
wrestlers to get momentum. No. You know, maybe let's break up the Street Profits and go with. Let's try this test thing one time. Let's just try it
Nah,
one
they're
time.
done, man. They're done.
Try it.
You know who you
Try it one
you know-
time.
You know who you got to put all your stock in? Your Nubian princess, Soul.
So Ruka,
Mark,
who pinned the United States champion?
Marcus, I asked you this question, and this is a serious question. Let's say they broke up the Street Profits, and they sent Tez back down to NXT, and he had a run. Would you be okay with that to build up his singles run?
We're cool with that. NXT is a real show these days, these times. So you know, would I do that to him? No.
So for me,
Triple H needs to get some black people on the main roster. That's all I'm saying. Call up Oba and Trick. Evil Trick was amazing this week. You killed a man.
He was. And I don't like polo shirt wearing Eddie Thorpe. I don't. It just makes him even look less than what he is already to me. But I would like to see Braun Breaker get some more prominence. Like I want them to take the Intercontinental title seriously, and I want to see what Jada Parker can do on the main roster. I'm curious about that one. I see potential.
Did you enjoy the Rosa Parks Classic on NXT this week?
Manny, I refuse to acknowledge you call it the Rosa, but I agree.
Well, it is.
I agree.
It
is. Kalani was
Start
dressed
on
to
the bus.
lose. Kalani was dressed. You can't come out the ring with that colorway. You just can't. I don't know where Big Body Javi is. Did he
I
get
think he
released?
got hurt one time, and he may have got released. I don't know.
I think he's gone.
Shit, because Big Body Javi, hell, he might be KO, whoever he was for all we know, who got beat up by Trick. So Manny, overall, I know you've been playing 2K25. What's your initial impressions?
So there's 3 modes which most people will be wanting to play. The newest one is called the Island, which is more of the NBA 2K my player kind of thing, where you're on where you do various storylines. Where I showed Marcus a picture where you do various quests, and one of them is talking to the ghost of Paul Bearer. But this is very much a cash grab where you it's very much pay to play kind of thing where you can pay for VC and boost up your overall. It doesn't necessarily mean how good your player will be. It's a good mode. It's gonna get a bit boring because most of it is text based. So like they'll have the image up and then a text thing of someone saying something. The showcase mode of the Bloodline is really good, but they have the audacity to make you play as Tamina in a Money in the Bank match. In a Money in the Bank match, which is incredibly more difficult than it needs to be, and you're the worst character on the game. Had Tamina with an overall of 67.
Ooh, no one's mean it though, Manny.
And currently, the My Rise version, the My Rise game mode, for me, I don't know about many others. I did check X, and some people are having the same situation. When you click on it, it causes the game to crash. So the game is currently broken at this moment in time. So, I think WWE 2K25, while it has the possibility of being better than last year, it's getting a strike for me because you can't have a game mode that causes the game to crash on a week on its release. You just can't do it.
Yep, I agree.
I think that's the problem with a lot of 2K games as of late, though, where they release the games that are not ready. Like they're rushing the release date to hit their release date because nobody wants to delay their releases in games. Because I remember, I think 2K basketball was buggy.
But the official release is next Friday. So if you bought
this is the early
Bloodline
release.
edition, you get it a week before.
Okay.
So I'm hoping the patch in the next week will fix all that. But I'm holding my judgment for that.
Okay, that was a fantastic review.
I don't
Is there
know
any
if
way-
you're being sarcastic or not.
I think Marcus.
No, I'm not gonna play it. But I realize that's where it's going. By the way, just to bring if they had more Isgal in the background, I can't believe that's someone's name as a wrestler name. Isgal.
Is that Evolve? Is that
That's
Evolve?
Evolve. He was in the background posing doing. I forgot someone's interview.
No, wasn't he sitting in the VIP section they have in?
Yeah, he was sitting with Luca, And then someone was after their match. He started posing in their interview in the background, disturbing it. Also, Eric, are you wearing the unnamed defendant number 3 shirt? Who I think has been officially named.
I have no comment.
Are you in support of that man? Anyway,
No, this was the first shirt
I didn't
grabbed.
point out that shirt is 6 years old.
It is.
it is. That's Rock Party with he was dancing with the front end of the brace case.
Oh, Mr. Stone at Chelsea's captain would be hilarious.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And also JLG, I have a Mac, so the only game that I play on there is Civilization 6. And
I play Roller Coaster Tycoon if I'm playing on the Mac.
or some Sims. And I saw that Civilization 7 was released, but it seems like it's kind of buggy. And they made a lot of changes that I'm not sure if I really want to be into. But like during my heart attack recovery phase, I played so much Civilization. I hate when I look at my Steam account, how many hours I have in Civilization is ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't. Yet you rarely go into Civilization.
Yeah. And I started a petty war with another country just because, it was bad.
Of course you did.
I
Wait,
realized,
so you were Donald Trump but black.
No. Well,
That's exactly like him.
that might be true in that situation. I nuked their asses. I did.
You ain't shit. I knew you started World War III. I knew you would over some petty shit.
However, Shantae has bought me a game that I asked for, but I haven't turned it on because I know I'll be lost into it. PS5 Baldur's Gate 3. So I really do enjoy me some RPG games. Huh?
It's supposed to be a really good game.
Yeah, and I like to read, but like when I get into a game, I'm into a game. I don't do nothing else. I'll be like, fuck yeah, I'm playing my game. Leave me alone.
There's supposed to be a really good RPG game on Switch. I think it's on Xbox as well, but like Sea of Stars.
Oh yes, that was on my to buy list. It's made from the same people that made one of my favorite RPG games. Why can I not think of the name of it right now? Fuck, it left my mind. But I have part 2. But yeah,
fuck, left my mind. But
I love me some. No, it's nothing. I love me some Japanese RPG games. But Sea of Stars is on my list. And with the emergence of Switch 2 coming out, I'm hopeful that some of these old Switch games that I like will be a lot cheaper. I
did buy WrestleQuest for Switch, so yes, I may play it again.
I have last year I took a ban that would buy me no new games, so I didn't buy any new games, and because I have so many games I haven't played, I was supposed to start playing Breath of the Wild. However, now that I have Baldur's Gate 3, I might end up playing that instead. But it's okay. You don't have to play the current games. You don't have to fall into the trap of playing all the current games. So
I'll get back in video games when GTA 6 come out.
No, you're not. Because
I fell in the trap of playing F1 24.
I'd probably be dead
again.
Oh yeah,
it's the same. I'm so good at that game because it's the same tracks every time.
Do you drive stick?
Huh?
Do you drive stick?
No.
You
play the controller. If I had the whole setup, I probably would.
Manny, but try to make it more difficult by driving stick with the controller, where you up with the L1 R1 too.
I'm getting to the age where I don't want to aggravate or create arthritis in my hands.
Kane, I'm ashamed of myself because I bought Diablo 4 for PS5 and I haven't turned it on because I don't have people to play it with. It's one of those.
Play with Kane. Kane, go get Diablo 4.
I don't even know. Does he have a PS5? Wait, do I even have a membership with the Play Online with my PS5? I don't even know. I don't think I do. And my Xbox is over there unplugged. Hasn't been plugged up in a while.
Maybe I just go get my PS5. Maybe I'll buy a PS5 today and just say, fuck it.
Well, Marcus, the thing is...
What would I do with it? I'll play Spider-Man for 10 minutes and then not.
Come at us when we talk about products that we want to spend money on. And you're like, I'll just get a PS5 for the hell of it.
Well, Marcus, the thing about it, I think there's
$1,000.
I think there's games on the PS5 that you would really enjoy, especially Spider-Man. I think you would really enjoy Ghost. Ghost seemed like a game right up your alley.
I don't want to be Patrick Swayze.
No, it's not that. It's a samurai game.
I don't want to be making bowls. This sounds like a boring game. Whoopi Goldberg in reprise her role.
I love.
Like, or you know what? Like,
Darling.
the thing of it is, like, you could also go out there and play The Last of Us too. Like, there's some really good games that you get. Like, when you, especially when you buy it, they let you get all those new games for free because you're a new purchaser. Like, it's a lot of good games out there. Like.
Jack H. Bush says Marcus
Excuse
making
me,
clay
Jack
balls
H.
with
Bush.
Italian.
You can't.
He didn't even call her Natty.
He's making clay balls with his new boo, Penta.
Hey man, Marcus is running the gamut. Natty, Soul Roca, Penta. It's all the list.
Exactly, Kane. You mean Penta?
You know what, guys? That concludes our show today.
We still got 6 minutes.
We ain't got 6 minutes. Wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
You don't wrap it up, so why should we?
I don't have to wrap it up. I got snipped.
You know what? Most saddest
You know,
story
it's
I read.
probably for the good of the world that there's no new little grand finales running around the world.
They be menaces, and I'll make sure they're menaces.
When you
Never
read,
shut up.
when you guys read the details of Gene Hackman and his wife's death, it's the saddest death I've ever heard, man. I was like, damn. That's just,
Yeah,
it's gonna be just like Melo losing to Randy next week in Spain.
Yeah, but Melo's gonna look good.
Melo always looks good. It's just the problem is that Melo need a big person attached to him. He need to go get that dude from LFG.
Melo, what do you mean, Randy? You've been playing Fortnite. Fortnite for kids. I've been playing Elden Ring.
Hey, Elden Ring is a great game, and I hate that I stopped playing it, and I'm scared to go back up because it was a point where I got proficient with it, and now I know I suck, and I just don't think I could do what I was doing before. You know, when I was waving my magic.
Kane has Melo winning, maybe because Kevin Owens attacked Randy.
Well, that's a good way because, you know, Randy can lose 10 matches and he can still be in the top card of WrestleMania.
It don't matter what happens with Randy. He's untouchable.
Yeah, it's just like Randy's ready. It's just like the dog. Like, I'm going to sit in your lap and just look out the door just because.
Hold on. Were you just a little disappointed when Randy cut his promo and he want him to touch on John Cena and say, it's about damn time, John. You joined me.
Well, the thing is, he can't say it because Randy's technically a good guy right now.
I know. It's still disappointing that they can't sign up together for what?
I would love to see Kevin Owens get on the microphone and justify John Cena's actions.
The thing I really
This place is
want to
driving me
know
crazy.
is that if Cody somehow beats John Cena, will that lead to Randy Orton versus Cody? Because that's what I need. I don't understand why I can't get that.
I know. I guess we gotta wait
Anyway,
for Ted
I
to
think
get off his legal issues or something.
the dog is go start going crazy. So
Who let the dogs out?
we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Look, see, she started moving. What the dog got to say?
Hold on, Manny. Prove it. Prove it, goddammit. Prove it the dog is eating. Prove it.
Oh yeah, let us see it eat.
Let's see it eat.
No, because I don't want to show private parts on the camera.
No one care about dog private parts.
Marcus,
no one going like, ooh, I hope
Marcus,
they show that.
Marcus, that's a man that's full of shit. He found it out. Like, I'm not gonna expose my dog. That's not my dog. It's not
Go
my dog.
check
to
my
expose.
Instagram story at Manidas at Instagram. and see this dog eat as soon as I enter the room.
Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Just make sure. So the question is, when it comes to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, which one of them is Naomi? Who is going to betray who to attack me and push me off the thing and have me laying on the side of the road with my red bottoms on? Who's going to be the one that pushed me off? Would it be my own brother Marcus?
I'm sorry. Okay, rephrase the question. Who's going to push Eric to come out in a skin-tight, blood-stained suit? Come out trying to whoop their ass.
That's scary. That's scary as all.
Guitar ripping everything. Eric come out there looking like a bleeding State Bush Mark Miller man.
Well, it's time for me to go make me a sandwich and start relishing in the world of Luca because I know it's only going to last so long before somebody gets hurt and the time is over. Just make sure you never wear this outfit. And I'm Eric.
I'm not a man with a horse trophy, but I'm Lord Manny Hayes.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. And I'm the man of 1,000 goosebumps or dollars or something. And the best, I don't know. I got nothing. I'm Marcus, a grand finale.
Manny's a high flyer. Anyway, until next week, stay sharp.
Hit him with the bottom rope, Eric. Hit him with the bottom rope.
No. I only do bottom ropes on PLEs, buddy. PLEs. you don't. So if you want to see me go off the bottom rope, if you want to see me, you got to be there for the next watch along. That's when I jump off the bottom rope. I don't do anything less.
Keep an eye on Amazon for Tales from the Bottom Rope by Eric Smith.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be part of the what was the Disman? I can't remember what the Disman shit was. Never mind. Anyway, on that point, we stay sharp. You stay sharp. Until next week, we out.
What was it called? God damn it.
AWO, the main
PWO.